Danny Flexen here for Seconds Out. Delighted to be joined by English middleweight champion Linus Udofia. How you doing?
Yeah, not too bad. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I was excited to see the shows announced yesterday by Sky Sports and Matchroom, one of which is obviously sees you defending your English title against John Harding Jr. Just first of all,
Mhm.
tell us a bit about how that fight came together.
Um, how it came together? I'm not really sure. Like the last few weeks, I got a call from my manager, and he just said, "Oh, we got an offer from Matchroom, Dillian White, and that we got Pester, X amount of money, X date, Sky Sports live. Here we go. Like here it is." And I went, why did you? Can I swear?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, I was just like, why have you even called me? Why didn't you just accept the fucking fight? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, this fight was on paper meant to happen a long time ago. It didn't. I don't really care about why it didn't happen or what happened, where it's happening now. And so we got a call from So we got a call. I just got a call about 9 weeks ago, and they said, "Oh, this is we got an offer." And I went, "Yeah, but why have you even? Don't call me. Just accept it and then tell me about it." And you know what I mean? That's it. That this is a fight. I'm happy. I'm well happy for this. So I don't even know. That's why was my attitude towards it. How it came about, I don't know. I guess I mean, he's been Dillian White. He's been Dillian White. He can pull a lot of strings for him, and I'm a champion right now. I'm a title holder. So yeah, it makes sense.
You've had kind of big exposure in the past. You were on the Chisora Dillian White rematch card, for example, on a lot of the terrestrial shows as well, on Dave previously as well. But there's a lot
Yeah.
of people out there that still aren't aware of your talents. I'd say, in the nicest possible way, your profile doesn't quite yet match your ability and your achievements. Why do you think that
Yeah.
is? Why haven't you crossed over as much just yet?
I don't know. I couldn't really tell you. I couldn't really tell you, to be honest. I don't know. I've just been kind of trying to build my profile up as much as I can, and that's what Dave and Haymaker and all those people were doing. I don't know. I just think at times I haven't. Sometimes, let's say the Dave card, I shined on that. That brought my profile up a bit more. I had a couple of opportunities which I didn't show my full array of talents like I should have. So that might be another factor to it. But I think my achievements and my fights have shown that. Other than a couple of times where I haven't really shown my full ability.
So this could be it. This could be that big springboard for you, I guess. A lot more people at home now watching boxing rather than going to the shows because no fans are allowed at present. You're in a
Yeah,
prominent position on the card as well. Title fight. It's going to be shown live on Sky Sports. This could be the big springboard for you, perhaps.
yeah, 100%. Yeah, this is 100% a massive opportunity. Like I would say, it's a massive opportunity to show my skills and show why I've got this title and show why I am the champion. You know what I mean? And yeah, so it's just one of those. It's just another one of those things where it's time now. It's time now to start to kind of show everyone why. And you know what I mean? And I think I come out better. I come out with better opponents. When the opponents are, you know, good, I get better myself. I show more of what my actual ability is, and John's a very good opponent to have this out. So it's one of those where people are saying a lot of people are saying it's a genuine 50-50 fight, which is fair enough. And yeah, so it's just it's on paper a great opportunity to show who I am and how good I am.
John's out in Portugal training at the moment. Previously, he has worked with Mark Tibbs at the Peacock. You train in Essex.
Yeah.
Have you guys crossed paths? Have you sparred in the past?
Yeah, we sparred before when he was with Leon McKenzie. Yeah, we moved around a couple of times. Yeah, we moved around a couple of years ago, a couple of years back. He had a fight coming up, and I just had a fight. But he was with Leon. It was a really good pal of mine, actually. Big shout out to Leon. Um, and yeah, we sparred. We come across each other. You know what I mean? Everything was quite cool. You know what I mean? There was no. I don't know. There was no animosity, in my opinion. There was no. Everything was quite cool. Before he was all right. Didn't think any weirdness of it. But yeah, he's we come across each other quite a few times at shows and stuff like that. He's been at some of my fights. I've been at some shows where he's been at. Yeah, I mean, we've come across each other a handful of times.
What have you made of his progression since those days? Obviously, he had that English title challenge previously with Jack Cullen, came up short, but won a lot of admirers that night for his bravery.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you can't knock the man. He's I mean, you can't knock anybody that gets in a ring, especially that gets in a ring like at any, I mean, at any cost. It just, I mean, he gets in the ring, he's a fighting man. I obviously have a lot of respect for that. I have a lot of respect for anybody or any opponent of mine or anybody that does this. And yeah, I think he's improved a lot, especially from where he's come from. He hasn't really got an amateur career. He's never had an amateur career. He's never fought in the amateurs, I don't think. And yeah, he's just kind of had to learn on the job, jump in the deep end and learn on the job. And I think he's improved massively from what I've seen. He's watching him fight when he first turned over and to now, yeah, he's improved massively. He's getting a hang of his craft a lot more, and he's learned quite a lot. He's learned quite a lot, and he's looking like a complete fighter.
And the middleweight division in Britain is a pretty exciting one at the moment. You've got Liam Williams waiting for his shot at world title, but defending next against Andrew Robinson. Danny Dignam waiting in the wings, I think, as the mandatory. And then we saw Mark Heffron and Denzel Bentley draw not too long ago, 2 week and a half ago now.
Yeah.
It was last weekend, wasn't it? I'm getting my
last weekend.
Yeah, it seems like a lot longer ago. Where do you think the winner of you and Pester fits into that mix? It could be a bit of a logjam waiting for a British title shot, perhaps.
Yeah, but there's other things there. There's always other things there. Who knows? Right now I'm just looking at the fight in front of me. I'm not really looking at what's past that, because I can't look past this. I'm just looking at what's in front of me, and that's where I am right now. So after this fight, maybe I can start looking at what's going on and start seeing what opens up. It's boxing, anything can happen at any time. So, it's just one of those. Right now, I'm just kind of looking at the fight in front of me, and that's, October 4th, live on Sky Sports, John Harden Jr., English title defence.
What kind of fight do you expect? Do you expect to meet head on, it be a bit of a war, or do you expect it more to be a boxing match and you both kind of working off each other?
I'm not expecting anything. I just show up. I'm just going to show up, and whatever it gives me, I'll go from there. Like I just show up, make myself the best I can be, as the best I possibly can be, and whatever will be. May the best man win.
And just tell us a little bit about your backstory. Is it right you came to the UK when you were 8? That's what I read.
Yeah. Yes.
How much do you remember about that initial coming over here and how you adapted to life in a new country?
It was a bit, I don't know, it felt like I just, I can't really remember too much from like post coming here, to be honest, but I was in, obviously a different country. I was born in Nigeria, and that's everything I knew. That was everything I knew. The customs over there, and just the whole everything, the environment. And then all of a sudden, I just found myself on a plane with my parents, and boom, I'm in London. And then I moved to Luton like about 8 months later, and I was just kind of like, it's cold. It's cold here. Like, it's the first thing I realized. I thought, fuck me, it's cold. Like, it is so cold here. And yeah, that was kind of it. And then, we in Nigeria, we wrote in English, but I didn't speak English too well. I wasn't, my English wasn't my like first language, and I didn't speak it. But we wrote in English, so I wrote in English. But it's the weirdest thing when you say it. But I wrote in English, but I couldn't actually speak it. Like I couldn't speak it to you, like back and forth. But I just kind of, when I first came here, I kind of just kept myself to myself, especially in school. Kept myself to myself and kind of just learned off everyone else, listened to how they were saying certain things, and kind of just adapted to it. And about a year later, I just started speaking like this, like, no accent, nothing. I just started speaking.
You obviously hit the ground running, because it seems to have become a bit of a love affair between yourself and Luton now in the community. You're beloved. You sell a lot of tickets. You've been out on the pitch at the Hatters game as well. You know, what's been the secret behind building that relationship with the local community?
There's no secrets. It was just kind of a situation where, you know, a massive shout out to the town and all the people working behind the closed doors. You know, but, you know, I've been a Luton fan for a long time, and well, since I ever moved down here. And when I remember when I was like, you know, boxing, started getting up there, started doing things, making some waves, started, you know, getting on bigger bills and things like that. They contacted me. They said, you know, we've seen what you're doing. You know, we want to invite you down to one of the games and kind of introduce you to, you know, the crowd and people on the pitch, and, you know, kind of, you know, you're our boy, so we want to support you. And, you know, it kind of just went hand in hand. I supported them and they support me. And it was just always, the relationship's always been quite good and quite close. It weren't just a what's the word? A media relationship. It was quite like, I know a lot of the people in the back room. Yeah, I know a lot of the people in the back room. I know the chairman quite well. I know, yeah, I mean, it's quite a good relationship. I do a lot of PR things with them. I do a lot of things with them. I helped, their captain was injured, and they called me in to do some rehab and like some boxing training with them. And I was just like, you know what? It's great to see, like, you know, I never knew you lot before. And all of a sudden, bang, like, you know what I mean? It's quite a tight relationship. So, you know, it is our relationship, mine and Luton's relationship, is just kind of growing strength to strength from everybody in the back room to all the players on the pitch as well. So I'm really quite fortunate for that. And it's good to see, you know, the town and the football team supporting local talent like myself.
What's been the key to your growth as a ticket seller as well? Because you're one of the better ticket sellers on the small hall circuit
now. You know, I guess it's being likable, conducting yourself with, you know what I mean, conducting yourself respectfully, and just, you know, just being yourself, and obviously being in good fights as well, you know, being in good fights, putting on good shows, getting, you know, the highlight reel knockouts, and actually giving people something to come and see, you know, like, so I think it all just goes hand in hand. And it's marketing yourself. You've got to do your own PR work. You've got to, I mean, I've always done my own PR work. No one's ever done it for me. I've never had any social media team. I've never had anything like that. I've just kind of done my own thing, gotten my own sponsors, got my own supporters, and kind of, it's all just gone hand in hand. There was no secret to it. There was no gravy train towards it. And only when I signed for Haymaker is when I started getting pushed on a different network, you know. So, and Steve and that have done all their jobs. Everyone around me has done their job. And but yeah, so, you know, I kind of just conduct yourself like respectfully, and people like you, I guess.
Talking of social media, just before we let you go, can you tell people out there the different ways they can follow you and what your handles are?
Yeah, so Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, just Linus_Udofia.
That's easy enough.
Easy enough. All the same. It's all the same.
Just to confirm, because I'm sure the commentators will be struggling as well, it's Udofia, not Udofia.
Udofia. A lot of people say Udofia, but
yeah, I said it at the start and then immediately regretted it. But yeah,
no, it's fine. Udofia is the way.
Brilliant. All right. Well, really appreciate your time, and best of luck on October the 4th.
Thank you, Danny. I hope you're well. See you soon.
Cheers, mate. Take care.
Take it easy. Bye.